QST, QST, QST. Good evening. This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Delta Whiskey Foxtrot, calling the Emergency Amateur Radio Club Net. My name is Todd, and I'll be your net control station for tonight's net. This net meets Monday through Saturday at 1930 HST on the Link DEM and ERC repeaters, except on certain holidays and when the general membership is held on the third Thursday of the month. The purposes of this net is to familiarize and train radio amateurs and generations and for public servers emergency net settings. This net is open to all radio amateurs. We especially welcome our newly licensed hams, those visiting us from mainland or abroad, and our friends on neighboring islands. This is a direct net, and all traffic shall pass through net control. For clarity of checking, we encourage you to use ITU phonetics. The use of the word break should only be used to interrupt regular net operation in the event of emergency. Once emergency is taken care of, we will resume the net. All repeaters in this system require an input CTCSS or PL of 80.5. Please allow a short pause when transmitting, allow for internet delay. Net controls now stand by for stations with emergency, priority, or times to traffic. Call now or you may break at any time. Nothing heard. We'll start off our net by taking check-ins from our short time and mobile stations first, and then we'll take check-ins from anyone with announcements, HF reports, traffic reports, weather reports, solar reports, surf reports. I love the surf reports. And then we'll take check-ins from any newly licensed or visiting hams from mainland or abroad or our friends on neighboring islands. And then we'll take check-ins from those that are low power and portable, 8 watts or less. And then we'll go to general check-ins by repeater thereafter. So if you're short time mobile like to check in, please call now there, Bula.
Alpha Hotel 6 Hotel, short of time, no traffic. In fact, it's Beer 30 now. Take care, Todd. This is Bula, AH6H.
This is Whiskey Hotel.
Alpha Hotel 6,
Romeo
Victor Golf, Joe.
On the 98, short of time, no traffic.
Thanks, Todd.
Thanks for taking the net. W86GRK.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Golf, Romeo Tango. This is your review. Thanks, Todd. Short of time, no traffic.
Kilo Hotel 6, Oscar X-Ray, this is Don on the 880, short of time, no traffic. Thanks, Todd. K86OX.
And this is Kilo Hotel 6, Mike Oscar India Bernard. Short time, no traffic on the 80 tonight. Thank you, Todd. K6MOI.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Echo Charlie Golf 7 on the 680, shorter time, no traffic. Thanks, Todd. W86ECG.
Alright, let me see if I got it here. First off, there was a station that doubled with Evan, which was the last station I heard. The other station started, but Evan's signal was really strong and just went right over him. So, if that was you just now trying to check in instead of Evan, please try one more time. Alright, nothing occurs. So we'll try a different way. I'm going to read off all these stations, and if you try checking in and you didn't hear your call sign or your name, that means you're the one that didn't hear. So, starting from the top. Of course, we had Bua, Alpha Hotel 6 Hotel, no traffic. Alpha Hotel 6 Victor Golf Joe on 98 with no traffic. Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Romeo Kilo Joe with no traffic. And very scratchy, you had Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Romeo Tango Doug. Got you in there, Doug, but really scratchy, but I heard you. And then Kilo Hotel 6 Oscar X-Ray Dawn with no traffic. And one of our other net controllers, Kilo Hotel 6 Mike Oscar India, Bernard on 88 with no traffic. Good signal there, Bernard. And then, of course, I did hear Whiskey Hotel 6 Echo Charlie Golf, Evan on the 6-8 machine over there on the windward side. So let's go ahead and do another round of short time mobile. If you're short time mobile, like to check in, please call now.
November 9, Sierra Bravo Lima. Gary, short time, no traffic on the 9-8.
All right, I gave it a good long pause for the cause there. I did pick up November 9er, Sierra Bravo Lima. Gary on the 9-8 with no traffic. Good signal there, Gary. Good to hear you out there. All right, do we have any stations with announcements, HF reports, traffic reports, weather reports, solar reports, surf reports there, Perry? Please call now. All right, net control like to acknowledge Whiskey Hotel 6 Echo Tango Echo Brian. And did you have traffic for the net tonight there, Brian? Did you want to put you down on the round table or you want to go now? It's up to you. Back to you. All right, WH6ETE, Brian. And yeah, it sounds like you got 3 pots of popcorn going yourself there. So, a lot of static and a lot of hash, but very manageable. I heard all that. So, thank you very much there, Brian. And look forward to checking that out. I always check it out. So, and I always look for ways to improve my nets. So, thank you very much for that. All right, moving on. Do we have any newly licensed stations or visiting station mainland abroad or our neighboring islands there? Joe, Stan, Rob, Paul, and whoever else is out there. Please call now.
Whiskey Hotel 6 Charlie Yankee Delta Joe Pukalani Maui on the 6-8, no traffic. Good evening, Todd.
This is the Kilo Hotel 6 Hotel Golf Stan in Makawao, Maui on the 8-8. No traffic. Thanks, Todd, for taking the net. Happy Boys Day. Cinco de Mayo also. Kilo Hotel 6 Hotel Golf.
Whiskey Hotel 7, Quebec, Paul, and Molokai, WM on the 86 machine, WH722. And thanks for taking the net, Todd.
Friday at 1941 HST. This is WH6DWF here with the ERC Nightly Net. And I'd love to acknowledge the following stations. All of them not on Oahu. 2 from Maui and 1 from Molokai. Whiskey Hotel 6 Charlie Yankee Delta Joe on the 6-8 with no traffic. Great signal. And then Kilo Hotel 6 Hotel Golf Stan on the 8-8 machine, also from Maui. And from Molokai, very faint, very scratchy. Whiskey Hotel 7, Quebec. That was Paul. And sounds like you're on the handheld tonight there, Paul, but you made the trip. I heard you. Thank you very much for your check-in. Appreciate it. All right, let's move on to low-power portable stations, 8 watts or less. If that's your station, please call now.
Kilo, India, 5, Victor, Whiskey, Echo, Wade, Wahila, no traffic, thanks for doing the net tonight, Todd. Kilo, India, 5, Victor, Whiskey, Echo, and can you go ahead and put me down for the round table there? Thank you.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Romeo Juliet Golf, Ronald. I'm on the 8-6 repeater. I have no traffic tonight. You have a good evening. WH6RJG.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Echo Tango Echo, Brian A. Aya. I am on the 8-8. I just switched over from a different radio to my handheld. Hopefully this is better, Todd. Whiskey Hotel 6, Echo Tango Echo.
He has a lot of static, but so far the other ones I've heard, and real light static from Maui and Molokai, but otherwise everyone else is clear. Mahalo, Todd. November Hotel 7, Victor, India.
Alrighty, I gave it a good long pause for the cause here. I did pick up a bunch more stations. Very weak. I heard Kilo India 5 Victor Whiskey Echo. Wade wants to join for the round table. And Wade, see if you can up your power or change repeaters or maybe stand outside. That might help. Who knows? And then I had Whiskey Hotel 6 Romeo Juliet Golf Ronald on the 86 with a great signal, no traffic. And then November Hotel 7 Victor India Gordon with no traffic on the 88. And I also heard November 0 Sierra Echo X-Ray Joshua. And I possibly heard one more station, but I'm not exactly sure because Gordon had a lot to say when he's checking in. So anyway, but we still got time. Any other low power and portable stations 8 watts or less, please call now.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6 Echo Tango Echo, Brian and I switched radios. Hopefully this is better, Todd. Whiskey Hotel 6 Echo Tango Echo.
Alpha Hotel 6 Whiskey India, Carl 86 from Salt Lake. Thanks, Todd. No traffic. 8 UI.
This is Alpha Hotel 6 Mike Uniform, Bob and McKee. Good evening, Todd. And to the rest of the net, I have no traffic. I'm on the 86AH6MU.
Alrighty, at 1946 HST, this is WH6 DWF here with the ERC Nightly Net. And my first station was a recheck station. Whiskey Hotel 6 Echo Tango Echo, Brian. And yes, that was a much improved signal there, Brian. Thank you very much for doing that. And I just want to remind folks that hurricane season starts next month. And for the stations coming in real scratchy and stuff, you're not doing yourselves any favors. It's for some of you who's never been through a hurricane, it's really loud, and all that rain absorbs the RF. The handheld radios are just almost useless. And so is some of the mobile rigs, too, depending on how far you are from the repeaters. So, and remember, what does most of the work is the antenna. So, you guys might want to take a look at that and improve your, your antennas and upgrade your rigs to something a little more stable. Handhelds, they'll work in a pinch during optimum conditions, but not all that great during emergencies. So just keep that in mind. And let me reset here. I also like to acknowledge Alpha Hotel 6 Whiskey India, Carl on the 86 with no traffic. And Bob's signal tonight wasn't all that hot. Alpha Hotel 6 Mike Uniform, Bob and Makiki on the 86. Maybe one of these repeaters is not cooperating tonight, so that's always a possibility too. But thanks a lot there, gentlemen, for checking in. And now let's go to general check-ins by repeater, starting off with the one closest to me and moving clockwise. That would be the Diamond Head repeater, the 146.880. If you're on that repeater, like to check in, please call now.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Tango Sierra Whiskey, Ruben from Kapolei. I have no traffic this evening. Thank you for taking the net. This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Tango Sierra Whiskey.
Kilo Hotel 6 India, this is Mike on the 88. No traffic, Todd. Thanks for doing the net. K86I.
I gave a good long pause of cause here. Net control like to acknowledge the following stations, and they both had really excellent signals, so it's probably the repeater. Whiskey Hotel 6 Tango Sierra Whiskey, Ruben on the 88 with no traffic. And then Kilo Hotel 6 India, Mike on the 88 with no traffic. Great signals there, guys. Thank you very much for checking in. I got you both down with no traffic. Let's move downtown. Yes, we're going downtown to the Frank Foster Municipal Building, which I was looking up there today, and the 9.8 repeater antenna is still standing there. So, anyway, if you're on the downtown repeater, the Frank Foster Municipal Building, the 146.98, please call now.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Yankee Delta, Christian and Pearl City on the 9.8. Got no traffic for you, Todd. Thanks for doing the net. WH6 GYD.
Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Whiskey Uniform, Steve on the 9.8, no traffic, W86GWU.
This is Whiskey 5 Foxtrot Juliet Golf, Joe in Chinatown on the 9.8, no traffic.
Can you give me your call a second time, please?
Whiskey 5 Foxtrot Juliet Golf, W5FJG.
Yeah. Let's go back top here. Starting off that round, Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Yankee Delta, Christian on 9.8, great signal, no traffic. And then one of our other net controllers, Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Whiskey Uniform, Steven on 9.8 with a great signal, no traffic. And the station I'm not familiar with, Whiskey 5 Foxtrot Juliet Golf, Joe. Thank you very much, dear Joe, for checking into my net. Don't worry, I'll get your call sign memorized here soon. I'm pretty good at that. And thank you for checking in. I got you down for no traffic. All right, let's go to the leeward side of the island, or the west side. The 146.860. If you're on that machine, you'd like to check in, please call now. All righty, at
Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Romeo Oscar, Allen out Never Beach on the 8.6 tonight. No traffic, thank you.
And let's move to the North Shore.
WH6GRO.
Peacock Flats and Kahuku machines. The 146.760, which is only one way, and Kahuku machine, the 146.900. And if you're on either one of those machines, call now there, Perry.
Aloha, this is Whiskey Hotel 7 Delta, Perry and Laia on the 900 machine. No traffic tonight, Todd. Thanks for the net, WH7D.
Alrighty. Well, we used to have a lot of check-ins on the North Shore, but not so much here in the past year and a half. So, but in the meantime, I'd like to acknowledge Whiskey Hotel 7 Delta, Perry. Something great on the 900 machine. Got you down for no traffic there, Perry. Thank you very much for checking in. Now let's go to the windward side of the island. They utilize the Wamanello machine, the 146.680. If you're on that machine, like to check in, please call now. There, Joe, Tim, Randy, and whoever else is out there on the windward side. Please call now.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Zulu Papa, Tim and Kailua on the 680, no traffic. Thank you, Todd, WH6GZP.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Hotel Charlie Victor, this is Vincent Kailua on the 68, no traffic. Thanks for the net, Todd, WH6HCV.
All right, I gave it a good long pause for cause here. I'd like to acknowledge Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Zulu Papa, Tim, with no traffic on the windward side. And long time no see, Whiskey Hotel 6 Hotel Charlie Victor, Vince, who's been part of our MCOM classes. Thanks a lot there, Vince. Long time no see. Thank you for checking in. You have a great signal tonight. So thank you very much, you gentlemen. Thanks for checking in. So what we'll do is any repeater, any mode, anyhow, to Kansas String with you. Please call now.
Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Romeo Oscar, Allen out Never Beach with no traffic on the 8.6. A little slow on the push tonight, Todd. Sorry about that. WH6GRO.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Hotel Bravo Romeo. This is Dario in Cunha on the 86 repeater. I got no traffic tonight. Thanks for taking the net, Todd. WH6HBR.
Hotel 7, Whiskey Mike, with no traffic, Todd.
Alrighty, at 1956 HST, this is WH6DWF here with the ERC Nightly Net. And I'd like to announce the following stations. Starting off that round, Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Romeo Oscar, Allen, on the 86 machine with no traffic. Never late to my net there, Allen. My net will still keep going. And then I had Whiskey Hotel 6 Hotel Bravo Romeo, Dario, on the 86, no traffic, good signal. And then last but not least, I had Hotel 7 Whiskey Mike. That is Henry. And I think what he meant to say was Kilo Hotel 7 Whiskey Mike. I know that's not what we all heard, but I know that call. I know this grapevine. So thank you very much, dear gentlemen, for checking in. And do we have any other check-ins or anyone want to join the round table before we go to the round table? Please call now. All right, nothing heard. Let's see. Our first victim for the round table tonight is Kilo India 5, Victor Whiskey Echo, Wade. Good evening there, Wade, and what do you got for the net? And after Wade's done, I'll do the weather report. There you go. Go ahead there, Wade.
Kilo India 5, Victor Whiskey Echo. Thank you, Todd. I was just wondering, for those who do the Wednesday noon check-in with the BWS, has that been canceled? I've been on for the last 2 Wednesdays, and I haven't heard anything. I stayed on for like 10 minutes, and no one came on. I was just wondering if that's still a thing, or they canceled it, or what. KI5BWE.
All right, Kilo India 5, Victor Whiskey Echo. And by the way there, Wade, you got your Roger beep on. So you might want to go into your settings and turn that off. So it's kind of annoying to some folks, but doesn't bother me. But before someone yells at me about it, I just thought I'd give you a heads up. And I do have information about that net. Stand by. All right, our friend Stella, she was injured in an accident, and she runs the net over there for the Board Water Supply. I spoke to Ernie the other morning about it, and also Blaine. So we don't know the status of what's going to happen to that net right now because she's supposed to be out for rehab for weeks. I don't know the details of what happened, but all I know is she was injured and needs rehab, and she was in charge of that net. So hopefully Blaine or somebody will get someone going on that and put someone else in charge or a net manager for that and get that net going again. A lot of folks have been asking me about that, and I did send Ernie a text message about that also. So we'll see what happens this Wednesday. But thanks for bringing it up there, Wade. And let me reset here so I can give the weather. All right, this is WH6DWF here with the ERC Nightly Net, and currently it's $2,000. Right now we have no small craft advisory in place, no high surf advisory in place, but we do have surf on the South Shore right now, 2 to 4 right now. So I was hoping for a surf report from Barry, but anyway, he didn't check in tonight, so probably doing homework. But right now, currently, it's mostly cloudy, 75 degrees, dew point 68 degrees, humidity 81%, and winds out east-northeast to 12. Humidity's a little high for that much wind. but my understanding is there's a front that's moving in and could start giving us rain tomorrow evening into Wednesday morning. There is chances of a heavy shower, periods of heavy shower, but with the trade winds being as strong as they are, they're not going to last very long, just enough to make everything wet and water the lawn, force you to mow it next weekend. So there you go. Anyone else like to check in before I close the net tonight? Please call now.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Golf Oscar Whiskey, Kyle, Pebble Beach, no traffic.
Last station, you only gave your call sign once, and I couldn't make out the last letter of your call sign. Always do your call sign phonetically first, then your name, and then your call sign the normal way the second time. That way I confirm in this little brain of mine what I heard. So please try it one more time, please.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Golf Oscar Whiskey, Kyle, Ever Beach, no traffic. WH6 GOW.
Well, I'm glad I asked you because I wrote Golf Whiskey and then was missing the last letter, but it was Golf Oscar Whiskey. Thank you very much. Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Oscar Whiskey. Thank you very much for checking in. And I hope you become a regular because I don't recognize this call sign. But I appreciate you checking in. All right, let's see. Let's make this last call for check-ins, comments, questions, or rechecks. Please call now.
This is NV2T, November Victor 2 Tango Jim. Just checking in, listening. Dave.
Alrighty, net control like to acknowledge November Victor 2 Tango. James. Thank you very much for checking in. And you can't just say you're just listening. You checked in. You're participating. But thank you very much for that. Thanks a lot there, James. I got to get used to saying Jim. I like James better, but anyway. Thanks a lot there, James. WH6DWF here with the ERC Nightly Net. Anyone else before I close the net, please call now.
WH6HBR, question.
86ML, check in.
Alrighty, I gave it a good long pause for the cause here. I did pick up Kilo Hotel 6, Mike Lima. Michael, any traffic for the net to there tonight there, Michael, before I move on?
Yeah, there's an impromptu net going on 7090 for anybody that does HF or if you want to listen to a web SDR, and they're talking about mesh-tastic. So anyway, with that, I'll hand it back to you, Todd. Thanks for doing the net. Aloha and 73, KH6ML.
All right, KH6ML, WH6DWF here with the ERC Nightly Net. Thank you very much there, Michael. And that's kind of a big thing right now in Mesh-tastic, so thank you very much for the information. Now let's go to Whiskey Hotel 6 Hotel Bravo Romeo. Dario, go ahead with your traffic there, Dario. Thank you very much. Go ahead, the mic's yours.
Yeah, hey, thanks, Todd. I have just a question. I feel like I know the answer, but I want to confirm it. So, our repeaters, I know, are linked around the island. Now, in the chance that they go completely out of power, no internet connection, they're not linked, each one of these repeaters individually, can you confirm they still work like, I would say, simplex, to where we could still, technically, if you could reach another repeater, relay messages around the whole island in the case that they have no power? Do you have an answer for that? WH6DWF, WH6HBR.
WH6HBR, WH6DWF. Yes, I actually have a very good answer for that. Now, if they're unlinked, then they would be standalone. They'll still be working individually. But if the power's out for all of them, people will still try to use their radios to get into those repeaters. Now, for example, when you trying to get into the 9.8 machine at the Frank Boston Municipal Building, when your mic's on key, it shows 146.98. But when you key up your mic, it shows 146.380. So you got two options. Actually three, but we'll just cover the two. You can use the reverse on your radio. I'll give you all three. Second is you can program each repeater for the input frequency, like 146.380. Or you can use a radio like I'm using right now, where you got an A and B side, so you can have 9.8 on one side and 380 on the other. Now you got to remember that if you're counting on a repeater, people are going to be listening to 9.8, and when you key up, you're going to be on 380, and no one's going to hear you. So you got to do the reverse and talk into or broadcast or transmit into the 980, and then you'll hear people respond to you on the 380. You see how that works? So yeah, and some of these newer radios, they're very difficult to figure out how to use reverse on them. You have to look in the manual. They do have reverse, but some of them are not just clear cut. You have to look in the manual. So you might want to have a 3x5 cheat card. Like if you have, let me reset here for a timeout. All right, WA6DWF returning. Now, for example, this radio here has crossband repeat. Now, I've seen YouTube videos on how to do it and stuff, but right top of my head right now, I don't remember it. But what I should have is a 3x5 card showing me how to do that and showing me how to put this radio on reverse. But in lieu of that, this has two sides, so I can keep it on the 9.8 on one side and have it on 146.380 even in VFO mode, and still be able to communicate on that repeater. Well, it's not actually going to be on a repeater, it's going to be simplex. So, but usually if you can hit that repeater, then other people who can hit that same repeater are going to hear you. Now, if someone's on the North Shore or Windward side, they're not going to hear either one of us. Does that answer your question there, Dario? WH6DWF, back to you.
Yes, Todd, that does answer my question. Yep, so it'd basically just be getting the signal out a little further if you can hit your repeater in your local area. But yes, it's not linked, understood. Yeah, so they are useful, but they're not linked. That answers my question perfectly. That's all I have. Thanks, Todd. WH6DWF, WH6HBR.
WH6DWF returning. Now, for the newer hams that don't have mobile rig that's got all those capabilities, another option, a fourth option, is using two handhelds. One on 146.98 and the other one on 146.380. Now you can do the same thing with every repeater. Whichever repeater is close to you that you normally use, those stations that usually check on that repeater are most likely the ones that can hear you. So if someone's always checking in on the 8.8 machine, but during the nest they check in on the 8.6 machine, they're pretty far away. So they may not be able to hear you. So so each repeater frequency is going to be its own little community. Now, if you're a member of the EARC, on the back, we all have simplex frequencies for our districts. And that's another option. It just goes straight to your simplex frequency. For example, mine's 146.565. On the windward side is 146505. That makes sense to you there, Dario? WH6DWF.
Yeah, yes, that does. Yeah, yeah, the simplex radio to radio is really clear to me. I was just making sure that in the complete loss of power that our repeaters are still working in our own, like you said, our own community. And I guess if someone was on the borderline of that community and basically borderlining two different repeaters, they could act as a relay operator between the repeaters still. So yeah, yes, it does, and I understand there is designated simplex frequencies as well. Thanks, Tom. Back over to you. WH6 HBR.
All right, WH6HPR, WH60WF here with the ERC Nightly Net. Now, there's another option if it's available, is if you have, like I have, I got a nice mobile rig in my Jeep, I can go to a high point somewhere and work relay. And that's another option. But the point of having the simplex frequencies by district is everyone would check in, for example, 146505, but the station and strongest that can make it to this side of the island on 146.52, which is where our DEM stuff would be, you can designate someone to relay traffic. Like if you have injuries to report or any kind of emergency information that you need to forward. So, but the most important thing is having patience and being considerate of others. I heard something here recently about designating numbers, like everyone meets on 146.505. Someone like myself as a net controller could say, okay, you're going to be number 3, and another station checking, you're going to be number 4. And then I do roll call. And then what kind of emergency traffic do you have to list number 1? And I would read their call sign too. Number 1 would just be sort of like a tactical call sign or a tactical referral, so to speak. So, but you know, we don't have a lot of practice at that. This is something that we really do need to practice with. And I did speak to Kevin Bogan here recently. He wants to start up the emergency MCOM nets again. So stand by for that, Dario. You'll be a very good candidate for that. Anyone else have any questions, comments, or rechecks? Please call now. All right, nothing heard. Now, I will give you a really good example. When Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, everyone jumped on 146.520. And it was a nightmare. It was a disaster. Now, the following year, we tried something along those lines where Kauai used 5.2 simplex. The rest of the islands used their assigned simplex frequencies for their districts. And after, I think, a half hour, Kauai gave up on just using 146.52. It just didn't work. Stronger stations were running over the weaker stations, things like that, or people just couldn't make it in there at all. So it helps to break down these simplex frequencies in districts so you can relay around the island. But thank you very much for the question there, Dario. And I'm going to make one last call for check-ins, comments, questions, rechecks before I close the net. Please call now. All right, with no more check-ins, this is Net Control closing the ERC Nightly Net. We'd like to thank all the stations for checking in and participating this evening. Please join us tomorrow night for another ERC Net session with Bob, WH6I. And after Bob's net is Dr. Frank's Swapping Shop. I'll now return his repeaters back to non-mature use. Until next time, Aloha 73. Y'all have a great night. This is WH6DWF clearing on 146.98. Aloha.